threw her first shot, went high, left the 3-6. Wendy Macpherson versus Kim Adler. Good way to start with a spare, and she was just keeping it clean last game till the end, and then came on strong to shoot that 237.
Kim has actually beat Wendy 8 times when they faced. Wendy only 2 wins.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's pretty big.
That is. Ooh, going high. Now she's playing a different line.
Kim is playing way right, which at times during the week I've seen her move a little right, but most of the time during the week everybody had to be in because that's just the way the lanes played. That's a lot further right than I've seen anybody play all week.
Yeah, she's even right of where she was. Last night she made that move right for the final 5 games, and it proved to be a great move.
Did it ever?
Oh,
wow.
My. But she's farther right than that right now. She was kind of searching in her practice shots.
But Kim trusts herself to try further right to see what it is.
There's a look at her move that Kim Adler made last night. The first 3 games, you see she was playing further left. She averaged 182 those first 3 games. Then she moved it right, and she averaged 241 for the last 5 games. That's how huge something like that can be. 59 pins a game. When you add up the wins with that, it made a difference of over 400 pins for her. Would have put her from 2nd to 15th if she didn't make that move.
And Kim has always been a clutch bowler. I can't tell you how many shows she's made over the years coming through in the last round of match play to go on to win the tournament. She's tough.
She just made a bit of a move there. She said she's back to classic, classic Kim Adler, as you mentioned, what she had always done.
Great form on Kim, always had. You can see how far she moved in. I think she switched balls also.
Yeah, made a big move after one frame.
Awesome shot.
So she must have been in the position. She didn't know which way she wanted to go. Wendy Macpherson 279 for her high game, and as you mentioned last game, she was very consistent and very happy with that consistency. There's our mini score, all even, sponsored by Travelodge Hotels.
I re-racked for that.
Yeah, well, if you re-rack and you leave a solid 9, it's kind of frustrating.
And you almost know you're going to do it, but when you look at the rack and you're not comfortable with it, just to ease your mind, you have to punch the button.
You do.
You have to.
You do, because otherwise, if you get up there and leave that 9 pin, you just doubt yourself.
It's almost a lose-lose either way, unless you strike.
Exactly. But she covered it up. She left a 9 pin last game on that lane, too.
Wendy's got a great shot. I don't think that's going to hold her back. She's too lined in and too loose. And Wendy's a competitor. She's here to win.
95 career TV appearances.
Now 202.8 doesn't look like a high average, but it is for 95 TV shows.
It certainly is. That's a lot of games bowled under TV pressure and lights.
Different conditions, different surfaces. A lot goes into those 95 shows in that 202 average.
So this reminiscent of the opening frames of the first match for Wendy Macpherson, where she couldn't carry. But again, as every top professional usually does, if she found a way late in the match.
And very important on the sport condition, just stay with it. Don't try to do anything strange with your moves. Eventually the strike should come, but just cover your spares.
So Adler now in the lead by 2. She can take it to 12 with a strike here. Kim had credited Pete Couture for him talking to her about making some changes in terms of her mental outlook. So there's a lot of mental type of game playing going on, a lot of strategy going on with these players. And she went, now she's playing 2 different lines. She's playing both lanes completely different. Because she just moved, she threw that one from the right.
And it hooked instantly.
It did. So we did see a pattern developing with the 2 lanes being very different, the right lane being a lot tighter last game. She averaged 222 on this pair. And Kim talked to us earlier about the good things that she feels are coming her way.
Well, I think I really came out this year and changed my mindset slightly. I've always been kind of a fighter and a pusher, trying to make things happen instead of just allowing things to happen. And a lot of times when you push yourself in the wrong direction, your real path really doesn't come forward to you. And I think now that I've kind of relaxed and allowed things to happen, good things are coming towards me now, and I believe in that.
And she's the only one who has to believe in that to make it work, and gets a big break on that shot. And that was the thing I mentioned that Pete Couture talked to her about. And she used the analogy last night. It was interesting, of a tree in a tornado, how if it's flexible, it'll bend and survive. But
Yes.
if it's not, it's going to break.
Yes.
Meanwhile, Wendy Macpherson back up in the 4th frame, trailing by 2. Still looking to get her strikes going this game. There it is.
Wendy's just floating that ball to the right and allowing the lane to bring it into the pocket.
So now looking for her first double of this match. She trails by 2. She can take over the lead with a strike here. And high. So she was high in the 1st frame on that lane, hit the pocket, leaving the 10-pin in the 3rd frame, and now high again.
And this is what we call the transition, where you can be lined in 1 minute, and then it just jumps on you the next. That's why sparing is crucial. You won't see many missed spares from these ladies.